Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Stumps, where every cricket moment finds its voice. So today, Mumbai Indians took on RCB, and what a magical performance they showed. They clinched their top position back in the points table. So Mumbai Indians faced their back-to-back second win today, and RCB who faced their second loss today. So what do you think, Karthik? What was RCB missing today in action?
Yeah, first of all, you've got to analyze in the part that RCB lost three wickets all day in the power play. They were like 38 for three all day in the power play. I think that is one area to see. And second of all, you can see again one thing you have to understand in the pitch was very slow. And one trick you missed is about how MI spinners used that to an advantage, the slowness of the wicket, and they used that advantage, and that's why they were able to make most of it by getting wickets and taking out many of the RCB batswomen. But whereas when it comes to RCB, I think they missed the trick. They could have also used the same condition what they might had seen the pitch, that there was slowness in the track and there was little turn. So if RCB had also their spinners they did get wickets, but if they had done quite well, maybe we don't know. It could have gone to a thrilling game. And second of all, for RCB, if you look at again the same mistakes that they again were scoring lesser boundaries. If you look at MI innings, you saw so many boundaries coming, which was a lacking. And again, in my belief, is that again you can see in their mind the first 6 overs they got to an excellent start, and especially in T20 cricket when you're chasing, when you get to an excellent start, the chase becomes just like easy. If your openers can get that start in the power play, then it just becomes easier for the middle order batsmen to take forward the innings and carry forward from there, which I think RCB missed because they were under pressure early on. So the middle orders were exposed today. So I think that is one area. And as I said, it was not a good batting surface. There was little turn and thing like that. So it was just really difficult for the RCB batters. But whereas for Mumbai, it just looked like just another game there to come back. But it was a lot of learning for RCB from this game. Two back-to-back losses. Last match also they went under control of the game, but they lost. But in this game, they made few mistakes which they can learn from.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
unlike both of you, I'm really happy with this result because I got my prediction right. And both of you had predicted RCB to win, but only I had predicted Mumbai Indians, and I've got my prediction right. So I'm very happy with the result. And even I'm getting all my predictions right, not just Gershom. So I'm gonna give a tough fight to Gershom this season for who gets all the predictions right. Coming back to the game, I think Mumbai Indians, after that defeat, came back strongly as we expect from Mumbai Indians. There's a fun fact that Mumbai Indians in a WPL have never lost two back-to-back games. That shows that Mumbai always makes a comeback when they are pushed back to the wall. And you see that intent from Mumbai, the way they batted, the way they bowled. I think they fielded very well, and that's what you expect from Mumbai Indians, and that's what they keep on delivering. Today, Harmanpreet Kaur and Shabnim Ismail did not come back. We expected Shabnim Ismail and Harmanpreet Kaur to come back. After that game, they lost against UP Warriors, but were still not available, not fit enough to continue. But still, despite those two things, the two players not being there, Mumbai Indians top performance and they deserve the win.
exactly, like the girls batted really well. When we talk about Amelia, she came in and took her team to the win. Then even Yastika gave such a good start. Like she came, she she just showed RCB that they have no pressure. They have just come settled in from the start and started hitting boundaries in the first over itself. And then like Skiver Bunt also gave a good helping hand to Yastika, and they both gave a very good start to MI today. And when we talk about RC batters, they did come in start, but they did not stay on the field for so long. Like I had really expected Meghna to come and play, but like all the other teams have come to know that she has this weakness against short balls, which they are using very well to use that against her. I feel now.
Yeah. I'll start with Nat Skipper Brand first. So I think Nat skipper Brent led from the front. I think Harmanpreet Kaur was not there, and managing or leading a team like a big team like Mumbai Indians is not at all easy. And to fill in the shoes of a Harmanpreet Kaur, tough. But Nat skipper Brent did it with perfection. I think she's an English player, and we have seen England produce so many good captains, good leaders. We can see Ben Stokes as an example, who have completely transformed the way England are playing Test cricket. I think all credit goes to Nat skipper Brent. I think the way she managed the bowlers, no bowler bowled two consecutive spells today. That is one thing to note. She managed the bowlers very well. She kept giving the batters, kept the batters under pressure. So that was how Nat skipper Brent led from the front, and that was great. Talking about Yastika Bhatia, the start she gave, that was a phenomenal start. So that is exactly what you want in the run chase. Despite whatever the
Exactly.
target is, be it a small target like 120, target like 150, or a big target, you see Mumbai Indians always start strong. Yastika Bhatia, first ball came in or hit the ball for a boundary. Haley Matthews also started with intent. You see Caribbean firepower, a West Indies batsman coming and hitting. We've seen Andre Russell muscle the ball. We've seen lots of West Indian players do that, like Chris Gale, and I think that's the start Yastika Bhatia and Haley Matthews gave to Mumbai Indians. And once you get that start, then RCB as a team having a very low score cannot come back into the game even after they pick two wickets. The other batsman can come here. And talking about Amelia Kerr, I think she's the highlight of the day because despite she is first of all, I want to tell you that she is the leading wicket taker. She has a purple cap, and we are here talking about a batting performance. That's how great an all-rounder she is. So she is a complete package. Like any team would give, what not would any team give to have a player like Amelia Kerr in the team. When you want wickets, call Amelia Kerr. When you want runs, call Amelia Kerr. She even took a great catch. When you want to take good catches to keep the fielding tight, call Amelia Kerr. So I think Amelia Kerr is the complete package, leading the purple cap list with the most wickets and delivering a match winning run chase total. So I'm very happy with the Mumbai Indians performance.
We noticed that RCB was missing Elyse Perry last time around. Like they had that factor where they missed her. Like if she would have been there, it would have been a lot of difference to the game. And when RCB had her today, no doubt she was the highest run scorer for RCB today. She played really well. She contributed as much as she could. Like she stayed on the field, made some runs, and just stayed there to give at least a decent total. Of course, it wasn't decent after all, but RCB's language decent total to the board. So she did play a good role today. And even when we talk about RCB, like Shreyanka, she fielded very well today and bowled also very well today, I feel. But it wasn't a whole, an individual player cannot win a match. A team wins it. So it wasn't just that was missing today. Otherwise, RCB would have killed it, I know.
Yes, one thing, as you said, Amelia Kerr, I'll get to the Amelia Kerr point. First of all, is in world cricket, you can have a batter, you can have a bowler, but an all-rounder in any team is an asset. It's like a golden jewelry in your team because an all-rounder can win you matches through bowling, through fielding and batting. So a person like Amelia Kerr, any team, I believe, not just Mumbai, if any team had an opportunity, I believe they would put the cash amount to buy. And Mumbai are very lucky that they have such a player. One thing is the fact that most teams should learn is that Amila Clear was playing all classical shots. Yes, they were powerful shots, but most of our shots were all classical shots that were from the cricketing textbooks. That's more important. Yes, T20 cricket, we have been talking about power hitting big sixes all over the park, but at some time, it's not all about all sixes. Sometimes there'll be situation in games where you will be forced that hitting six, it will be very difficult hitting sixes, and that is the time where your playing classical cricket shot will help, and that's what Amila clears in. And the way she batted was just phenomenal.
Yeah, I completely
Yes,
agree
yes,
with you
agree.
about Mumbai Indians, but I want to get to RCB and talk about Elyse Perry. I think she was the highlight for RCB. She was the bright side of RCB in a gloomy day, I would say. because I think RCB, it was a trend of RCB in the IPL and the WPL. RCB always is dependent on a couple of three, two or three players. In the IPL, I think RCB is dependent on Kohli, Faf du Plessis, and Maxwell to deliver the runs. And here, I think they are dependent on Smriti Mandhana, Elyse Perry, and Sabineri Meghna. And out of the three names I took, only one of them played exceptionally, and that was Elyse Perry. She went on to become the leading run scorer in the history of RCB in the WPL. And Elyse Perry, I think it was a top knock from her. Wickets kept on falling at the other end. There was so much pressure put on them by the Mumbai Indians bowlers, but she kept on playing her shots. She kept on taking the game on, and I think that if she would have got a support, I think she got a support from Georgia Wareham, and they built a 50-run partnership
Yes.
in the middle. That was the best phase for RCB. The middle overs from the 7th to the 16th over, that was the best phase for RCB. But I think when they built that partnership between Georgia Wareham and Elyse Perry till the 16th over, I think they had the perfect point set up to hammer at the death, and they should have scored a lot more runs than they did at the death, because Elyse Perry and Georgia Wareham were two set batters at the crease, and I think they had to go on if RCB wanted to put on a big total, but they failed to do so because Mumbai Indians, I think Nat Brand took good decisions, brought in the right players who can bowl good line and lengths at the death, and that kept RCB under pressure. And RCB scored only 25 runs in the last 4 overs, and I think they must have got 40 or more because they got a total of only 132, and they needed at least 150. I think what teams are looking to do here is to Delhi Capitals scored 190 and they won the game against RCB. So I think all teams are looking to replicate that Delhi Capitals performance, and I think they are setting too high goals for themselves. So when a team starts saying that we need to get to 190, that is when they start in the power play itself going too hard and they end up losing wickets. I think the right way to go about in the first innings is that what you need to do is set up a target like 150. 150, when you set up a target, you go steadily, and in the 16th over, you feel like, okay, we are getting 160, 150, 160 easily. We can pile on those extra 20, 30 runs in the last 4 overs, that is the death overs, and get to that 180, 190. I think that is exactly what Delhi Capitals did, and that is why that's pure class from Delhi Capitals. That was, I think it was a perfect first innings batting performance, and all teams are looking to do that, but they are failing in the way to approach that, I feel.
But when I say Perry, like when you spoke about her, she was also finding the gaps and hitting boundaries then there. But if yes, I also feel if she would have gotten a support and if they would have gotten set on the field, they would have able to made a score. But I feel today, even if they would have made 20 runs more, 30 runs more, Mumbai would have chased it. Like you saw, they just chased the score in 15.1 overs. Like they were pretty fast, which really gave up a good NRR to them today. And then when we talk about MI bowlers, we did not let RCB batters to stay on the field. How can we not talk about Pooja? Like 3 overs and just 14 runs with 2 wickets. She had a really good spell today. And then Stiva Brunt, of course, not just as a captain today, but as a bowler and the batsman. She did it today. She gave an all round performance to her team. What do you think about it, Karthik?
Yes, I think the one thing I feel the Mumbai Indians were doing is they were bowling to a plan. Especially you said Pooja Vastakar, she got just 14 runs. It's remarkable in a T20 game in 4 overs, you get just 14 runs. It's just amazing. But you can see Nat Bunt, who is a stand-in captain because the main captain Harmpreet Kaur is not available, and you can see they were just bowling to a plan. They were making sure they were bowling the right lengths as well as they were setting the field accordingly to bowl, and that's where the captain's skills come. It's not, yes, bowler do set the field, but that's where the captain's role come is making sure setting the right field and making sure the bowler bowls to that field So accordingly, they can get reward a wicket, and that's very important. And that's where Nat Silverbrand was a stand-in captain, but she was very exceptional by making sure the bowlers bowl where she wanted to the fielders that were standing, and that's where RCB couldn't capitalize.
I
Even
think it
like
was a
Amelia and
Hardik
Wong gave a
Pandya.
good.
Yes, I'll come to that. I think it was a Hardik Pandya-esque performance from Pooja Vasrakar. I think I
Yeah.
see so many similarities between the action of Pooja Vasrakar and Hardik Pandya. The action is so similar, and not just the action, the performance he delivered today was similar. Hardik Pandya, you see, come in at any stage of the ball, give him the new ball, give him the ball after a couple of overs. He can make good variations and get those important wickets that you need. The partnership breaker which you need, that is the type of bowler Hardik Pandya is to get those couple of important wickets. I think you saw in that final when Gujarat Giants beat Rajasthan Royals to win their first IPL trophy. I think the way Hardik Pandya bowled, I think Pooja Vasrakar bowled similar to that. She got her line and length perfect in a T20. Your line and length is so important because if you miss your line and length by an inch, the batsman is going to take you for a six. Because I think the T20 and the Chinnaswamy is a batter's paradise. It's a batting game. The bat power is also so strong that once you miss the line and length by even a margin, you're going to be taken to the boundary. And Pooja Vasrakar got her line and length perfectly today. And talking about Izzy Wong. So first of all, when I looked at the playing 11s, I was disappointed seeing that there was no Harmanpreet and Shabnim Ismail. So I've already talked about Harmanpreet, but talking about Shabnim Ismail, I think in the first two games she played, she's a South African legend. She brings so much international experience here, and she always took those important wickets starting the overs with a new ball. She always delivered those breakthroughs that were required. And today she was replaced by Izzy Wong. And Izzy Wong came on to do the exact same thing that we expect from Shabnim Ismail. She got Smriti Mandana out, and how big of a wicket was that? Because if Smriti Mandana would have delivered that start from what she delivered last game, then there was no stopping her. But who stopped her? It was Izzy Wong. And
With this, I
like
even want to
yeah,
say that Karthik had predicted yesterday that Smriti would hit 100 today.
yeah,
And like,
that though didn't happen. But
Yeah.
that's why I'm
it's
saying
okay,
it's all
he'll
credit.
learn.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying all credit to Izzy Wong. I think they had
Exactly.
a plan for a man today. They had man-to-man, sorry, women-to-women plans today. Nat Skipper Brand was completely on point with the captaincy, and I think like yesterday we talked about having Mithali Raj as a leader in the training squad. Today, there's Jullan Goswami who is the bowling coach of Mumbai Indians. So there's a generational talent if you see in Mumbai Indians. We have Jullan Goswami, who is the bowling coach. Then we have Shabnim Ismail, who is a legend of the game, as she is played for South Africa. And now we have Izzy Wong, who is a in the making, a legend in the making. So we have three generations of talent in Mumbai Indians. And when talking about it in the mid innings, Shabnim Ismail, the interview was taken, and Shabnim Ismail said that she couldn't play, but she gave her tips and etc. to Izzy Wong. And Izzy Wong delivered a Shabnim Ismail-esque performance, like Pooja Vasrakar delivered a Hardik Pandya-esque performance. And that was terrific performance from all the Mumbai Indians bowlers, I would say.
And I feel Mumbai Indians took the game away in the power play itself. Like, they hit Renuka, like, she gave huge runs today to Mumbai Indians. So, yeah, they took the game in power play itself, I feel. And now, to see Mumbai Indians will face Delhi Capitals in their next match today on Tuesday. And that too in Delhi's home stadium. So now they'll have to make a good strategy there because today they silenced the big crowd and they need to, if they want to continue, They'll have to give a good performance in Delhi because Delhi Capitals, we have seen how good of a team they are. And being in their hometown, they have numerous advantages in that game. So, what do you think Mumbai Indians' gameplay would be in that match? What do you think, Karthik?
Yes, first of all, yes, when you're playing in away ground, yes, I'm not saying you won't get any supporters. You will have some MI fans even in Delhi, but just that when you're an away crowd, you will have the home crowd cheering. It's all, I my belief, MI should come more planned, and they have to see. They did play the Delhi Capitals in the first game of the WPL, uh, but this is not the same Delhi Capitals that they defeated in the first game. This Delhi Capitals have suddenly got into the form. You can see Meg Lanning in form. You can see Shafali Verma the last two matches, the way she has played and the kind of form. So I believe MI should not take Delhi Capitals lightly since they have a good win record over them and because they have some informed player. They also have good batting lineup and some good bowlers. So I think MI should be going and the conditions will be different. So far they have played in Chinnaswamy in Bangalore. 3 or 4 games conditions are different. We don't know what kind of conditions it will be in Delhi. Things may be different. So I believe accordingly they should make the plan and go towards and always when you're playing in one consistent place you get used with that environment you get to know how the pitch will play out in every game but suddenly when you're going to a new venue to a new arena to a new stadium things will be quite different so accordingly the plans may change the plan they put here in Bangalore it may not be the same thing what may they may do in Delhi because Delhi condition could be different.
Exactly. And with that, RCB will be playing the last match in Bangalore against UP Warriors. So after their back-to-back two losses and being their last match in their home ground, so now they also need to have some good plans coming up and really show their good performance to even have a good position in the table. So Vivan, what do you think what will RCB's game plan be for their match against UP Warriors?
Yes, I think after two big wins and getting the home crowd support, we all thought RCB are unbeatable in Bangalore with the support they have, with the dominance they are playing with. But then we saw them lose 2 games. That is the story of RCB. I think RCB, what RCB are looking for is consistency, first of all. And I even said, they are dependent on Smriti, they are dependent on Elyse Perry, they are dependent on Sabinini Meghna. I think all of them need to give out a collective performance. That is the same case in the IPL and the WPL. We are seeing a similarity, and that's where I think RCB after the two back-to-back losses, they need to make some changes. Not in the squad. They have a very good squad, and this squad is a title-winning squad, I would say. But the way they are playing. I think Sophie Devon, the opener, is not in a good form, especially. Smriti and Sophie Devon are opening. Smriti Mandhana gets going from the start, but Sophie Devon doesn't. So Sophie Devon gets stuck at one end, and that puts pressure on the other batters to keep on coming. And I think today Smriti Mandhana, they're dependent on Smriti Mandhana. Even the last game, while chasing 190, only Smriti Mandhana was a glimmer of hope. That unbelievable 72 that she scored, that was what kept. And after Smriti Mandhana got out, the rest of the batting order collapsed. So that's you can't let that happen. So the middle order should be very important. I think Sabinini Meghna is a terrific player. I think in the first game itself, she scored an unbelievable 50, and that way she announced herself to the Bangalore crowd, to the WPL tournament at a large. So I think because Sophie Devon is finding it so hard to get that start, and like we are always talking about, the power play is so crucial. The start is so crucial. Am I getting that start? Because of that start, they are winning the games and increasing that net run rate. And I think when Sabinini Meghna comes in, she looks confident to go from ball one. So I think Sabinini Meghna, one change RCB can do in the batting order is Sabinini Meghna coming in and replacing Sophie Devon at the top. Sabinini Meghna to open with Smriti Mandhana, and immediately you see a firing batting opening partnership. because when there are two players who can get at the bowlers from ball one, then that puts pressure on the bowlers. The bowlers are not allowed to adjust to that line and length. And once you get a start like 60 from 6 overs, then you're unstoppable. Be it batting first or batting second. If you're batting second, you chase matches easily, like we saw. And even in if you're batting first, the toss shouldn't be a factor. If you're Delhi Capitals proved that the toss shouldn't be a factor. Despite if you're batting first or batting second, once your openers start well, you capitalize on the power play. Your middle order contributes. You fire at the death. Your bowlers come in and take wickets at crucial times, irrespective if you're batting first or batting second, irrespective if it is Delhi, if it is Bangalore, whatever the conditions are, the you can win games. And that's why cricket shouldn't be dependent on a toss. It should dependent on class from the teams. So I think RCB should make this change, and I expect a comeback from RCB because I want them to be in the playoffs and make that race interesting.
So, with talking about the further matches of Delhi and RCB and the Mumbai Indians and all of them. So, tomorrow, Gujarat Giants, the team which need a win badly in this tournament now, will be facing Delhi Capitals, who have been now the one of the best teams of the tournament so far. So, they'll be facing each other tomorrow. So, Karthik, what do you think? Who will come out as the winner tomorrow?
I feel Gujarat Giants, as you said, they need something, some magic should create, some sparkle, some mystery has to come out of them. Yes, Delhi Capital is no side that's going to give you the win easily. We have seen after losing the first game against in the MI, the first game they lost was a very close game. Otherwise, they would have also been unbeaten so far. And Delhi Capitals also we have seen they are the runners up of the previous season as well. So it's not going to be an easy team to cross. Extremely powerhouse batting lineup. I could say a carnage batting lineup as well as an extremely good bowling lineup. So I think the Gujarat Giants, sorry, Gujarat, yeah, Gujarat, I think Gujarat Giants, they need to come out very strong against Delhi Capitals. But I feel, as I said, they got to give the inspiration. When you lose these kind of games in your midway of tournament, and when these mathematic calculations come where you need to win these 3 or 4 games, then only you can get to the knockout stage. There is some sort of inspiration, I think, as a team management, as a captain, they got to give the team that there is still some fight. We can still make some comeback, and there are
So,
few
you are
areas.
saying that Gujarat Giants can win tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your prediction. And what about you, Vivan?
I'll go with Delhi Capitals. As far as I want Gujarat Giants to win as a cricket lover, because I don't want to see them go 4 out of 4 losses. But you can't see Delhi Capitals losing right now. The way they are playing, the way their performances are, the way their squad is so strong. I just don't see how Delhi Capitals will lose tomorrow. That's why I'll pick Delhi Capitals tomorrow. What about you, Sakshi?
Even I feel Delhi is going to take it away from GG tomorrow. And I feel like, again, I want to put my first strong prediction of the season here. So I feel Jemima, like being a Jemima fan girl again. I feel I have a strong intuition she's going to have a first 50 of the tournament tomorrow. Like for sure, I feel. So now it'll be an
Yeah, that
interesting
would
match
be
to watch
great.
out for tomorrow. But I also have my, I'll also be praying for Gujarat Giants because absolutely I feel bad for them because they are also in the tournament to play and here to win. So I also want them to put up a good game today, but I know Delhi will win it. So yeah, with this, we thank our viewers for joining in to our show today, and we hope you had as much fun as we did shooting this. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles on Instagram and Twitter, and watch some amazing content out there. Till then, bye bye.